Need to build some privacy fencing and don't have a lot of money to spend? In this video, I'll show you how I built these privacy fence panels, also known as shadow box fence panels, out of free lumber, ATV shipping crates, and how you can do the same. Hello, I'm the Resourceful Mechanic, and I try to share with you ways to build the essential things you need with your current budget. I needed to build some privacy fence panels here at Valentine Station and on a super low budget. And I did so using a little known source of free wood locally, ATV shipping crates. In a previous video titled Low Budget, Watch This Before You Build Your Fence, I went into details on how you can get free lumber locally to build these fence panels. So if you missed that, please check out that video for more details. In this video, I'll go into the specifics of how to build these privacy fence panels, also known as shadow box panels. The total lumber cost to build these fence panels was $0. I purchased the corner post at the local home store, but the total lumber cost to build all of these fence panels was $0. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to use this ATV crate side to make this fence panel frame. I modify the frame by taking out the diagonal pieces to make a 3-rail horizontal fence frame. Here the diagonal piece is already taken out, and I'm just laying it there in the middle so I can get my measurements. These will vary from crate side to crate side, so just measure it there, mark it out, cut it out, and then put it in place. I'm going to use the metal mend plates from this crate side and to mend that in place. Here, the frame has the mend plates in place, and I will just go ahead and cut the frame to size now. I'll use 2-inch mounting tabs on here. I found though it's better to maybe cut them a little long in the future, maybe 4 inches long. That way you have a little more room to play with on the installation. Fence slat preparation. The fence slats are taken from a different type of crate side. This is made of 1x3 lumber, and we are going to be taking the top and the bottom pieces. These crates are approximately 8 feet in length. We will harvest all the top and the bottom pieces. The diagonal pieces you see there are the ones we use in our picket fence build. And once we have all the top and the bottom pieces, we will cut those to length, and that length being 6 feet for this fence. This fence will be a 6 by 8 foot panel. In setting up the saw, we measure the length, and then one tip I use is lock down the saw, put it up against a hard object, and then you can just put in the wood pieces and cut them, and they'll be cut at exactly 6 feet in length. Makes it go a lot quicker. Two pieces of wood are used to space the fence panel frame away from the wall at the appropriate distance. The nails used were 2-inch framing nails, but you could also use 2-inch screws or another type of fastener. Assembly is pretty straightforward. you attach the first fence slat on the edge of the panel, and then you're just spacing out from there. The use of a large square helps in a visual aid, in alignment of the fence slats, and just helps you make sure that they are how they need to be. If you don't use a square, the danger could be is that you have a bowed fence slat, and if you just put the blocks in there, the next fence slat will be bowed, and from there on after. So it just pays to stop and check, visually have a reference there. Here I forgot to put in the mend plates, so I'm adding that on this side of the frame. The nailing pattern that I use is 2 nails on each frame rail, each attachment point there, and I just put those in a diagonal fashion. You won't need the wood blocks at the base of the fence frame anymore on the second side here. And assembly is pretty straightforward. You will put the first fence slat and the first opening that you have there, and space thereon after. This is the point in the build where you may start to think, man, this is a lot of work. But then it's great to remind yourself, hey, this is all free wood. And when I'm done here, I'll have a fence panel that's worth about $70 each. You know, if you were to buy something comparable, it would cost you at least $70 or more. So it helps you get a second wind when you're in the middle of the project. Installation is pretty straightforward. I install the 4x4 treated post at a spacing of 100 inches apart, and the fence panel fits in between there. I use approximately a 3-inch gap there on the bottom from the floor, and the panel gets attached with Simpson brackets. There I used wooden screws to attach the panel. So here it shows the panel attached in the middle of the post. That's the preference I have. I've seen fence panels attached on the front of the wood post. So there you would want to have like maybe longer tabs on your fence panels, longer than 2 inches like shown here. But you could build the fence any way you want there with your free wood.